Hi, I'm Joe, and this is the fourth video in our travel trailer conversion. Today I wanted to talk about our power. We've set up mostly for boondocking, and we've designed our system to use a very minimal amount of power. For this, we found the Progressive Dynamics Mighty Mini 4045, and I absolutely love this thing. It made our wiring extremely easy. It's pretty straightforward. It really demystified a lot of the power questions that I had just by buying this thing and saying, hey, I'm going to go through this, I'm just going to do it. So after we roughed in all of our electrical, I installed the Mighty Mini, and it does everything that you can think of. So we got power coming in from our AC, from our shore power, and it supplies power via this 130 amp breaker to all of our AC components. So in our setup, we only have two outlets that run specifically off of AC, and we only use those when we're hooked up to shore power. But what's really nice is through this we have it's set up so that it will charge our battery. It has what's called the IntelliCharger, which I don't really know what that means, but I guess it's pretty good. It also converts the AC into DC power for us, and everything happens automatically. There's no flipping switches, there's nothing like that. So as soon as we take shore power off, then everything switches automatically over to our battery, and we're running off of that, and there's no lag time. This thing is absolutely great. What we have for our battery is we have a 130 amp hour 12 volt battery. We found that we camped out for 3 days. We didn't really conserve battery too much, but we ran the LEDs and the water pump a little bit, and it was just fine for us. Wiring this thing wasn't too bad. I have an all aluminum trailer, so I kind of went back and forth on what would be the best way to do this, and I opted to run all of my grounds back to the battery. So we have what's called a float ground, and it works pretty well, but what you have to keep in mind is that you really want to fuse your positive and negative leads, which is great. I picked up a bus bar from West Marine, and it works really, really well to run all my grounds to, and then I only have one cable for my ground going back to that. I've pre-wired this whole trailer so that we could eventually put an AC in here. But we found that we don't really need that yet. Wiring the DC section was really easy. The Mighty Mini comes with everything pre-labeled, so it's got a whole stack of wires in the back that's pre-labeled with numbers on them, and makes it really easy to keep everything organized. I over-gauged all my wires for everything. For most of my wiring, I ran 12 gauge to the components, and for my LEDs, I ran 14 gauge for everything. I fused it pretty light, hoping that if there's ever an issue, that fuse would blow before anything ever really heated up. It's a pretty simple setup. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on YouTube. Thank you.